Get through the morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hayesy on Nova.
Jody, you know me, I'm a very excitable character, aren't I? And at the drop of a hat, whoop, naked.
Yeah.
It's like, good cup of coffee, whoop, naked.
Book naked.
Oh, it's a lovely song, Naked.
It's actually more difficult for you to keep your clothes on than to take them off.
Isn't it? It's like a reflex in some situations.
Yeah.
Got myself caught out a couple of days ago, actually, in a very, very embarrassing situation.
Do tell.
Yeah, 13, 24, 10, jump on the front foot, air out your dirty laundry here. When were you caught naked?
I thought you were going to say 13, 24, 10. When have you seen me naked?
Well,
Oh, my God, full board.
phones are lighting up. It's glitching. What's happening here? So my wife, Cara, does a bit of stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
She loves it.
Yeah, and not just selling stuff. Like, she'll just give stuff away.
Yeah,
You put on
right.
there if you've got some stuff that you don't need anymore. For example, we've got a lot of dog clothes,
Uh-huh.
and our little dog recently passed away. So we're not going to keep the dog clothes because
Okay.
we've got some other mementos. So Cara got rid of a few of her little jackets and stuff.
Yeah, that's a bit cute.
It is nice, but what that means is, and we've got a very open house, and when you just sort of leave stuff out the front and people sort of almost, they can look in and they just take the stuff and then they leave.
Okay.
Sometimes if Dad's in a bit of an interesting situation,
Yeah.
then maybe they see more than they're allowed to see. And I don't know what Greg's like, but all the things that I need to do in one moment come to me just before I'm about to step into the shower.
Yes, yeah.
What's with that?
It's actually less Greg and more me. Like, you think of all the things that you haven't done the moment you turn the shower on. So then
Yeah.
you got to walk around the house naked to get everything done before you can actually clean yourself.
Yes, well,
I get it.
100%. I was in one of those moments.
Yeah.
And at the exact same time, there was a lady who picked up some dog clothes. And when she started speaking, for some reason, I thought it was my son Henry.
What?
So I've walked down the hall.
No, when you say when she started speaking, you mean on the intercom?
Oh, she started speaking at the front of the door.
Oh.
So she's picking up some stuff and she just wanted to say thank you for the dog clothes. I thought it was Henry for some reason, so I've sort of half walked towards her, completely naked.
Oh, my God.
Like everything's out, just sort of busting through, like, you know, vases knocking over, all these types of things. Like, it was outrageous. So then a lady, a completely random lady completely seeing me naked. It's quite a
Wow.
confronting situation.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, the door cam video captured all of the audio. And you can tell the exact moment where she sees me completely in a state that she should never.
Thanks, Cara, for the dog clothes. Thank you for the dog clothes. Sorry. Sorry. That'll teach you to leave your front door open. That's what I said. That'll teach you to leave the front door open.
meanwhile, I'm in the kitchen hiding.
Oh, my God.
With my head in my hands.
Oh, my God.
And what just happened?
So the swearing, was that her the moment she realised, or was that you?
That was
the
me.
Oh,
So
no.
that was me. So my first reaction was a swear word
Yeah.
and then sorry, and then I ran around the corner.
Yeah.
And she... And this particular lady got more than she bargained for when she turned up and went home with a couple of dog jackets and a bit of PTSD.
Yeah, do you know what I love about this story is she probably sat at home that night and you've come on the telly on 7 News doing your little sport report and she's gone, I saw him nude!
She goes,
Barry, I saw that guy nude today.
or even worse, she listens to Nova and she's like, why the hell does he call himself horse? 13, 24, 10. When were you caught out? When did you get caught naked? Because it happens.
Yeah, I had one at
people
a
had some
hotel
situations.
in Melbourne once, Hayesy, when I was nudie tootie and opened up the curtains to the hotel room. And boop, window cleaner. Boop.
Oh, really?
I screamed, he screamed. I think he dropped his squeegee and that was that.
I wonder if that's happened a few times before. the window
Must
cleans.
it, the things that 13, 24, 10 if you're a window cleaner. Tell us about the things you've seen, please. In the meantime, let's take your calls on when you got caught naked. Catherine, what happened?
Oh, hi, Jody and Hayesy. I was down at the beach with a few friends. It wasn't me, but it was a friend. They were in the water at Horseshoe Bay. The waves pulled the bikini bottom off.
Yep.
The other friend come running up because they didn't know what to do. They couldn't get out the water.
Yeah.
So the bikini whole bottom had been taken off into the sea.
Well, what do you do?
you
Do you just
recover
get
from
it?
that?
But even if you've got a towel, someone on the shoreline with a towel, you've still got that distance where you have to get out of the water to get to the towel.
Yeah,
am I
they
right?
couldn't get out. So
Yeah.
The other one had to come running and on So they had
Yeah.
to come up and get a towel.
And then poor Aquaman.
Meantime, there's people having lunch at the Flying Fish Cafe going, that woman's been in the water for 7 hours now.
Yeah, I know. She's starting to get right nice and wrinkly.
Chloe, did you get caught out naked?
Yeah, look, when I lived with the parents, their bathroom window is quite an awkward height, and it sort of looks from the shower, which is glass, out into the backyard, and the neighbour's fence is quite low, so there was a few times that I sort of just turned around and looked over and, made a little bit of eye contact with the neighbour next door.
Oh, that's awkward. That's as awkward as it gets. How long for? Like, how long were you maintaining eye contact?
Oh, well, like, how do you stop then? Because there's nowhere to hide. It's glass.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, God. Imagine that Chloe's just looking up going, like, what's your problem? I'm just shaving my pits. Go away.
Why, you've never seen a naked woman shave her pits before? Grow up.
That's on you. Hey, Olivia.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. What happened? When'd you get caught naked?
So I wasn't caught out like in person, but my toddler has become obsessed with taking photos of mummy and daddy, especially when mummy and daddy aren't looking.
Yeah.
So mummy was stark naked, hobbled over the kitchen bench, literally looking like Gollum trying to get her rings. And those photos then, of course, were in my photo album, which I was going through with co-workers at work to show them photos of my children, but they all ended up seeing me stark naked.
Perfect.
Oh,
Absolutely
my
perfect.
God, that's amazing.
So like any normal human being, I've gotten a new job because I can't go back.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, Olivia, you poor thing. What about, have you ever, Olivia, when your kids FaceTime, like the grandparents though, and I've had so many close calls when I've been naked and walked into my bedroom and they've been like, oh my God.
Yes, 100%. So
Thankfully, none of those. I'm very, very careful when they have my phone and what they're doing on it because I can't look back.
Well, you are now.
Yeah, lesson learned for Olivia. Georgia, when did you get caught naked?
I thought my mum was at the door. I just got out of the shower, and it wasn't my mum, it was Jehovah's Witness.
Yep.
And I tell you what, he dropped his books, all right.
Yes. That was his final day. He was like, that's it, I'm done.
That's it.
I'm done. I've seen some stuff. I've copped some abuse.
Absolutely.
But I'm out.
There's no salvation for me now. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Wow, Georgia.
I had to close the door and say, sorry, I'm in the middle of sex.
Whoa. Goodness me, yeah. That'll certainly shock him out of his profession as well.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right.
Getting caught out naked. More than you would expect.
Yeah, well, lesson learned for you. Keep your clothes on, mate.
Yeah, can't make that promises, all right? We have to learn at least 2 or 3 more times before the message starts sinking in. I
At
reckon.
least when you come into the studio, can you?
Okay. Can't make any promises on that either.
Psychics. Let's discuss.
Oh, yeah.
Around the room in just a moment. What is that music? What have you selected here?
Astrology music.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what it says.
Do you buy the new idea every month and just read your horoscopes? Is
Yeah,
that what you do?
who doesn't live by the horoscopes and new ideas?
So true. Okay, I feel like either you're a believer or you're not. So last night on Maths, we were introduced to a girl called Madeline Maxwell, if indeed that's her real name. So she might look a little bit familiar. She was the blonde girl last night, and she's been on Home and Away, where she played Amber Simmons from 2020 to 2021 for a total of 55 episodes. She was Dean Thompson's ex-girlfriend.
Of course.
As if we all don't remember that storyline.
I did not.
She's also been on Upper Middle Bogan, Wentworth and Offspring. Bit of pedigree, bit of acting pedigree on a few quality shows. Anyway, she's an actress who's given that up to become a psychic medium. She said when her grandpa died, she got this gift, she started hearing voices. But she said that has left her a little lonely. As you can imagine, people don't quite understand it. Anyway, this is Madeline getting ready for her wedding last night. Here's the moment her spiritual guides came through and spoke to her.
Yeah, so I didn't always have it at all. When my grandfather passed away, that's when it came in really strong. Straight away, I was getting visions. And then, I started to audibly hear. It's I'll get psychic downloads from my guides. Psychic vision, what's happening? Okay, shut up. Leave me alone. Seriously. See what I'm saying? They're guiding me now.
Yes, hearing voices. I must be a psychic, or it's some kind of medical condition. I'm not sure.
No, don't. But you can tell they're sort of taking the mickey out of it a little bit because she was like, the guides are saying my new husband, he's 27. Then they cut to a scene with him. They go, how old are you? And he's like 23. I was like, they're setting her up for failure a little bit. Some of her castmates are a little bit sceptical about the whole thing, particularly Lauren.
I am a beautiful, kind person. I'm a medium. to medium, like a close size.
Girl, you are at least an extra small. And they were like, no, like, she's a psychic.
Lauren.
And I was like,
I don't know whether you've heard of me.
Oh, boy.
Well, cerebrally, we're not dealing with the top shelf on this show, are we?
Yeah.
Let's go
Maybe
around.
the middle to low.
Let's go around the room. And newsreader Abby.
Well, you all know that I've been to psychics
Yeah.
before. We've discussed that on this show.
Heavily into it.
I love it. I think it's great. I go to them not religiously, but I go to them probably once to 2 times a year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And you've got
love
one coming up, don't you?
Well, there's a woman that all my family has gone to, and this woman is just amazing. And every time they've all gone to her, she's got everything right.
Okay.
Wow.
And also like, oh, this is going to happen, and it all happens.
Yeah.
Her name's Rosemary. She's in the Marion area. So if
Okay.
you know her,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to go see her.
All right. Anyone who's been to Rosemary, 1324 Canberra, welcome your feedback.
Yeah, can you play the gag on the psychic mediums? Knock on the door and they say, who's there? And you go, well, you should know.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Do it.
So,
That could be a Monday joke-off contender.
producer Zoe's standing here shaking her head at Abby. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions
She
surrounding
shakes
me.
her head at me every day.
Look,
to be
I
honest.
generally tend to try and stick away from con artists, but, you know, like, for the sake of this conversation, no, I don't believe in it at all. It's
Really?
pish posh. It's absolutely ridiculous. None of it's real. Sorry,
Grow
Abs. I know. I wish I did believe in it a little bit more. It might give me a bit of hope, but absolutely not. Like, oh, what's going on in your life at the moment? Oh, this is going on. I'm going through a breakup. Well, I see hope. Oh my God, thanks,
Well,
Cheryl.
if she was good, then she would know that you're going through a breakup. As soon as you sat down, she'll be able to feel your energy, and she'll go,
Yeah, she's
After
sad.
she stalked me on
Yeah.
Facebook, you know, like it's sorry. Anyway, you shouldn't have asked me.
Yeah.
I'm
no,
quite the opposite on this front because it sort of runs in my family, psychic abilities, and I've sat
go.
with. I'm not even going to tell you. Okay,
please
if
do,
no,
please do.
if
No,
you're
no,
going to be
do
like
it.
that, I won't even tell you.
Okay, I'm open.
You're
to
not
this.
open. You're
I'm
completely
open.
closed off.
I have completely opened up my soul to this. Usually I'm a closed off operator, but come on, I'm letting
No, I
letting
don't
you
want to
in.
tell you
come
now.
on with
Now,
me
you ready?
to
You ready?
him.
You ready? Go,
No, I'm tapping out. Because quite seriously, it runs in my family. My auntie's a psychic. I've sat in front of her as the spirits have come through. And
Wow.
once you see it, you can't not believe in it.
Do you feel
Oh.
energy?
Okay.
Do you feel the energy?
What did I say? What did I say?
Yeah, well, okay. So you can feel it,
No, I'm not saying I can. I'm saying my auntie can.
but it runs in your family.
Yeah.
So what am I thinking right now? What do you think I'm thinking right
I
now?
think that you're thinking that I'm an idiot.
No, I'm thinking about Kerry O'Keefe laughing.
Well, Hayesy, our next guest is fast becoming a friend of the show. His show at the Fringe actually is an Idiot's Guide to Wine, Volume 2. Obviously, Volume 1 been ticked off. Please say a very good morning to our friend Merrick Watts. Hello.
Jodie, Hayesy, how are you, team? You good?
Going very well. Hey, back for another instalment because last year was so successful.
Yeah, basically, my show's like Lethal Weapon. I'm going to do Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3. Then I'll do Lethal Weapon 4, which will be an Idiot's Guide to Wine 4, and everyone will go, you should have just kept it at 3, Merrick. And I'll go, yeah, sure, whatever. It's back with a vengeance. It's a show that originally 2 years ago, I brought an Idiot's Guide to Wine to the Adelaide Fringe, and I honestly thought I was going to do 3 shows and then that would be the end of it. That show is still touring and going overseas again this year.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. So then I had to go and write the follow-up show, which is, 6 new wines, similar format, but 6 brand new wines and 6 new stories about them. Really chuffed to be coming back to Adelaide, and it's doing really well, so I'm pretty excited.
I'm always fascinated with these stories, Merrick, because back in the heyday when you were doing radio, if someone had to come and said to you, you'll travel the world doing shows about wine, what would you have done at that point?
I would have said, well, look, at least one of us is drunk, and I know I am, so are you. I don't know. Look, the funny thing about me is that I am constantly kind of changing and evolving and shape-shifting. That's just kind of who I am. Like, sometimes people call that inconsistency, but the fact is that I love new challenges, I love doing new things. I love kind of, exploring things that people think that I can't do or wouldn't do. I love surprising people with the things that I do. And, that's everything from like wine to something completely incongruous like SAS Australia. People just go, Who is this? Who is this guy? My wife often says, who is this guy? Why is he in the house? And I go, it's me. And she goes, could you be somebody else? And I go, sure. I mean, we could do role play, whatever you like. But it's I love surprising people and keeping people guessing about, who I am and what I'm doing.
It also sounds a little bit like your wife's getting you mixed up for her lover. That's just what I took away from that. But I could be wrong, Merrick.
No, well, his name is Miguel, and he's a Spaniard, and he's a chef. And it's a whole other thing. Let's not go into those details because they're upsetting and hurtful to me. But my wife, actually, funnily enough, everyone goes, "Oh, your poor wife. How does she deal with you always doing all these crazy things?" And I just go, "Well, she's crazy, so that's fine. It takes one to love one." No, she's good. She understands it, and also, so my wife, funnily enough, she's a sommelier. She works as a sommelier, so she works, slinging booze, and so she loves it. She loves the fact that I, kind of do an idiot's guide to wine and tour it around. And I mean, sure, she hasn't come to see the show. That's because I'm in it. But if it was somebody else hosting it, she would love this show. She would love it.
Yeah. I've noticed as well, you're still fit as a fiddle. Like what we learned from SAS is that you're a man who's absolutely on a mission, but you've kept that up.
Yeah, I'm on a bit of a mission this year. I'm taking on a different challenge every week. So each week I take on something physical, mental, spiritual, or fear-facing, and that's my kind of 4 criteria. And this week I'm doing the dreaded Murph, which is a very, very famous Special Forces Navy SEALs workout, which is pretty brutal. So I've been training up for that, and it's not very much fun. And now I'm regretting saying that I would take on 52 challenges. I'm just going, why? But it's great. Like I said, I'm always looking to do new things. But I'm probably the fittest I've been for a while. It's a massive midlife crisis. Let's call it what it is. It's another huge midlife crisis that just seems. I've been having these since my early 20s. When is it going to stop?
Merrick Watson, Idiot's Guide to Wine, Volume 2, 8th to the 17th of March. It's at the Spiegel tent. Make sure you go to adelaidefringe.com.au to get your tickets. Mez, we love having you on, mates. Can't wait for the show.
Pleasure. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the show, and look forward to being in Adelaide and enjoying the Fringe. If you see me on the streets, say g'day. Don't touch me, though. No, I'm only joking. Touch me. I need it. I've got abandonment issues.
Yes. You got Miguel issues. Your wife's certainly not touching you.
Well, she's not coming to the Fringe, so I wonder what she's doing.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
This is where we wrap up all the hottest news stories for the morning. Let's go to Abby in the newsroom first. Can you start to make sense of all this, Abby, please?
I can try, but I don't hold high hopes for Hayesy.
Okay.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. So today we're talking about first home buyers, and it's going to be a little bit easier for them to get into the market. So from today, there's basically a new Home Start loan that's going to be available. It means that anyone looking to get into the property market can use a 2% deposit instead of a 20% deposit. So that's a difference of around $10,000 for 2% or $100,000 for 20%,
wow,
which
that's
is
significant,
massive.
isn't it?
Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of rules and regulations of where you can buy, whether you're building, that sort of thing as well. But they're just hoping that this will help get more people into the property market. Obviously, cost of living is huge. I've moved back home with mum and dad, and I'm still struggling to save. So it's a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. But this hopefully will get more people into owning their own home.
Well, so I was going to say, this is the best news for Mr. and Mrs. Abby from the newsroom, your parents.
Yes.
Who finally might see the back of you at age, 34?
I told them maybe they'd be lucky if I leave by 40.
6 more years at home.
Probably, knowing me.
12,
No, I do have
more
plans.
years at home.
Hey?
12 more years at home.
I do have plans to try and get out, obviously. But yeah, it's hard. It's really, really hard.
Yeah.
I've moved every year on the year for the last 4-5 years.
Yep.
So now that I'm actually settled and can properly save, it's sort of helping a bit. But yeah.
You got a spare room at your house?
Yeah, we do. It's actually full of kids' toys, though.
Yeah.
If you'd
That
like to
works for
rummage
me.
way through that.
Yeah,
all right.
the dogs would like that, Tank and Tori.
Yeah, of course they would. Big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Abby from the newsroom as well.
Newsy.
Go to the People's Choice Awards, and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have both won awards. Both, of course, were absent from the awards because he's apparently here somewhere and Swift's in Australia for her Eras tour. How could we miss that? Kelce won the Athlete Award after last week taking out the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Swift won the Pop Artist Award, the Social Celebrity Award, and the Concert Tour Award for her Eras tour.
Yeah,
It's
good on her.
Oh, they needed more awards, those two, because unfortunately the spotlight has not been on them enough.
Did you know that if you... Yeah, it's just a little bit.
No, I was being heavily sarcastic.
Oh, I couldn't pick that up, Jones.
Oh, okay.
if you look up Taylor Swift's awards, she's won something like in collection with everything. I think it's like 14 Grammys, but everything it's something like 686 awards.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just ridiculous.
And also Barbie cleaned up. They got absolutely snubbed at the BAFTAs, but they won the movie award, the comedy movie award. Barbie World by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, of course, with Aqua won the collaboration song.
One of the great
and
tunes.
Male movie star went to Ryan Gosling.
Where we were introduced to Ice Spice and we fell in love with her.
Wasn't it? When everyone went, who's that girl at the Super Bowl with Taylor
Bad
Swift?
like a Barbie.
Wow.
Anyway, I won't go on to read the rest, but Adam Sandler actually won an award, which was pretty funny. He said that his agent told him that he won the Sexiest Man Alive award. He did not win that, obviously.
Right.
And he said, I would like you to thank you for recognising me as the man who made our entire country the horniest this year.
Yeah, right.
Good on him.
Like that.
Newsy.
That was two very lighthearted stories.
Yeah.
And quite seriously, we're going to straighten up for a second. The stuff that's happening in the AFL right now with Taron Thomas is absolutely outrageous. So this is a young bloke who plays for North Melbourne. He's a midfielder. He's under fresh investigation by the league over allegations of domestic violence. This was in January. So it was reported yesterday that potentially he's going to get an 18-week ban.
Okay.
But the league has come out and said we haven't come up with a conclusion yet. It mightn't be that much. It might be more. But still, this is going to be one of the big moments in the AFL over the last... Well, I can't think of a bigger suspension.
Yeah.
If it is 18 weeks.
And okay, well, I don't know the ins and outs of this story, but if he is in fact found guilty for this offence, then I do hope that the AFL send a message to the male community that domestic violence is not okay under any circumstances ever. And I don't think, as a society, we're hard enough on it. I think it's an absolute scourge in Australia that 1 in 3 women die at the hands of men each and every single week.
Yep.
So if this is the AFL's opportunity to stand up and say absolutely not on our watch.
Yeah, and I think as well that he's going to be off contract next year.
Yep.
So if he gets wiped out for basically the entire season, and can say that as well, it's not a solo incident.
Right.
It's a new allegation. So that's when it's really, really going into different territory.
Yep.
But look, you'd think that he would not get a contract somewhere else.
No.
Which is exactly the message that should be put out.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So there you go. That is your post-snooze news. 6:15 vending machine, not too far away, Joes. You've got a little fresh question for us.
I certainly
We've
do.
had such a good run with the prizes and everything as well. Can we keep that going for a Tuesday, please?
This question is fresh out of the oven. It's like a new batch.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Can I take a bite?
No. Don't touch my food.
Drop it next. Dating these days in Australia, tough.
Yeah.
It's not an easy field. And we've got newsreader Abby in as well, just to tell us how tough it is.
Yeah, what's it like out there? Is it a jungle?
It is an absolute show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. There's a new dating trend that's taken off with young people forcing themselves out of bed before sunrise just so they can participate. Young people are signing up to local running clubs in an attempt to find love.
What do you even mean?
That's where it's at.
That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run.
Yeah, you did, Forrest, because you were trying to find the love of your life, and that was Jenny, and then she would mercilessly cheat on you.
Yeah.
And you'd just be like, I still love you, Jenny.
Okay. Don't do that.
She was pretty awful to him.
Don't do what you normally do to the Forrest Jenny love story, and that's absolutely you know what on it.
Yeah, let's not get sidetracked. It's not a great love story, let's be
But they
honest.
had a baby in the end, and it was really nice.
And the baby's like, I don't even know who the father is. Anyway, let's talk about the timeline of online dating. Because it started back in 2012 on Tinder. And Tinder just revolutionised everything in terms of online dating.
Yeah.
So now, that's gone from people meeting at clubs and pubs to now people feeling more comfortable approaching someone online rather than in real life. Is that where you stand right now, Abs?
Yeah, look, you know what frustrates me? You go out, you're sitting at the pub or something, and literally men are on their phones swiping left and right, and you think, like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, these women
Hello,
are more than
sweetie.
likely
Hi, sweetie.
could be in front of you. But I did actually do a story about this a few weeks ago or months now. Essentially, there's this big change of people getting rid of dating apps and they want to go down the traditional way of meeting someone.
Yep.
And I've seen, for example, posts on Facebook. So I'm in different groups on Facebook and they'll go, hi guys, just putting it out there. I've got a friend who's single and, blah, blah, blah. So people are turning back to the more traditional ways of meeting someone.
Okay, to play devil's advocate, that's still social media.
I know it's still social media, but it's like trying to meet through people and trying to set them up, you know. So I know it's still social media, but it's, different. It's different from the apps. I say go for it if you can find something that you like. You know, going to the gym, running, all that sort of thing. What a great way to meet someone.
Yeah.
You've
Common
got similar
interests.
interests then.
So I'm not sure. So women have said online via a survey that they have decided to join running groups not just for a sense of community, which makes sense, because that's where they want to meet someone. I would have thought that when you're doing exercise and when you're running, it's particularly at 6 o'clock in the morning, doesn't that feel like when you're maybe at your worst?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you'll be at your best after you run. So the endorphins will be pumping and it's like when I go to the gym and you finish your class and you really don't want to be there, but you finish your class and you just feel great. And then
you're a right asshole before the class.
Yes. And then sometimes a few of you go and grab a coffee and then maybe someone single goes and grabs a coffee too and off you go.
And that's why the quote on Abby's bio is, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, of course. Jodes, how is it?
They do call me a modern day Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
We're not about to launch into having a crack, but what was it like back in your day? It was face to face, wasn't it? Just like me.
Well,
face to face. And at worst, you'd have to call up the landline.
Okay. Well, I don't know. This feels like an attack's coming.
It's not.
Well, it feels like it. Don't wink at her. Don't wink at her.
I'm just joking.
Did you have to send messages via pigeon carrier?
Here we go. Here we go. No, well, I got married for the second time in 2011. So I was single for a period in between marriages, and there was none of that. There was no social media. There was no Tinder. There was nothing like that. It was just the good old fashioned traditional way of going out and getting drunk and meeting someone at a bar.
Yeah, ladies, what I'm saying is, can't we just go back to the good old fashioned days and picture this? It's 2008. All right, you're scrolling on Facebook, and then all of a sudden, boop, you've got a little poke from Andrew Hayes, and then we go from there.
And I, to this day, do not know how to respond to one of those pokes. What do I do?
I used to do that and go, well, I think I want to pursue her. Poke, now we play the waiting game.
And we're still waiting. What? It's 2017. She hasn't poked me back.
Unpoke.
Jody and Hayesy. Song.
How you feeling there? Nice and loose, ready to go, relaxed.
Do you know when song comes up, I have to move my chair? Because remember that time I jumped in the air and landed on the foot of the chair and rolled my ankle?
Yep.
I have to remove all physical things from my space when I play this competition.
Felt like a sack of potatoes, didn't you? Like a big old sack of potatoes.
Probably wouldn't have used that comparison. But you are you, so you do you.
What vegetable would you like to be in this particular sack?
I want to be a skinny piece of celery, thank you.
A big old sack of skinny pieces of celery. Good morning to you, producer Zoe.
Good morning.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi, guys. 3-3. Very tight.
Yep, we get it.
Quite literally a draw at the moment.
We understand the magnitude
Someone could
of
take the lead today.
competition.
Wow.
It's exciting.
Could be a draw, though. We've had a draw before.
It could be. We could stay at a draw. It's going to be the same as always. So 3 Nova hits and throwbacks orchestralised. You got to guess. For Team Hayesy today, Kerry, Shido Park.
Hi, Kerry.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
And on team...
Let's go, Kerry. You've chosen the right side. Congratulations, first and foremost. Well done.
Team Jody is Brooke from Mansfield Park.
Hi, Brookie.
Hi, Jody.
Hi. I will try my best. I'll try to keep composed and I'll try to quell the anxiety that's swelling in my stomach.
You'll be fine.
Oh, look, my belly's swelling too. So
Okay,
Good.
We all have swelling.
Brooke and Jodes are unwell.
Right,
It's good.
Right, everyone's super nervous.
All right, same as always. Best of 3. Steady your nerves. Song number 1, please.
Here we go.
Jody.
Okay.
Jody.
That's Young Blood.
By?
3,
Is it
2.
50 Seconds of Summer?
It is. Oh, no, it's not.
Sorry, that's Young Blood by.
Oh, my God.
That's Young Blood by 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh, my God, we botched that.
How many seconds of summer are you rolling with?
500.
50 seconds of summer.
Don't so keen for you to win. I'll just go with anything.
Oh, I got so excited.
I'm so sorry. That was on
50
me.
seconds of summer.
50 seconds of summer. Very generous with your summertime there, weren't you?
We had the right idea, Jodes, you know?
Gave the lads an extra 45 seconds. Appreciate that.
Well, that brings it to 1-0 up Hayesy, but redemption for both of us, Jodes, is song number 2. Song 2, please. I like this one.
Jodie.
Oh, go on.
Wake Me Up, Avicii.
Oh, my goodness.
Good. Sharp.
Very sharp.
Can we call it a draw? I'm happy with it.
I know, I can see it in your eyes, but no, we've got to go to the tiebreaker.
All right. Ready?
Song 3.
I know who it's by.
Come on.
Jodie. It's like a dream.
All right.
Vampire Olivia Rodrigo.
She's won it.
Soak it up, Joe. It's the best moment of your life.
Jodie.
There you go, Brooke. Congratulations.
Brookie.
Amazing. Well done.
Oh, Brookie, we did it.
Yeah.
We did it together.
And Jodes, that puts you in the lead 4-3 for Song to Song.
Wow.
What's happening?
Look at you go, eh? Oh, wow.
It is so patronising.
Very sharp, Joe. It's a good
Oh,
job.
goodness me. Rough start with 50 seconds of summer.
I know,
50
gosh.
seconds of summer.
Not good by me either.
I know.
But yes, Jodie. I was just manifesting your win. You're welcome.
That was such a roller coaster because you were like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then when you
Producer
disappointed me.
Sit down. It's 5.
Brooke, fast departure worth $100 coming your way. Congratulations.
Incredible. Thank you very much, Jodie. You're a legend.
Oh,
There you go.
Brooke, thanks for being on my team and having some faith where
Yeah,
I
that's
had none
nice.
in myself.
Good. And the
You
positive come from me is Jodie's in a good mood now for the rest of the evening.
We're going back in time. Hazy's On This Daisy.
Yeah, the Tuesday edition of On This Daisy, where we just stoke up, throw a bit of coal on this engine, and we just cruise down the highway at 160 miles an hour.
And every now and then we let out a little toot toot.
Yep. Can't hear it though because we're going too quick. On This Daisy back in 1988, that's Tuesday the 20th of February, the great Rihanna was born in Barbados. She's 36 today.
Is she only 36?
I know.
That is outrageous what that woman has achieved.
Yeah, ridiculous stuff. It's like, oh no, she's been doing this for, I don't know, 4 or 5 decades. No. She's only into her 4th decade.
Well, do you know what that means? She was singing about S&M when she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, Rihanna, just hold the horses action. You do whatever you want. Umbrella, great song too, by the way.
Yeah.
And one of those songs when you hear it done acoustically,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really nice track. Anyway, 2000.
Do you want to sing it? Is that where you're going?
No, I've heard Guy Sebastian do a version of it before. Quite seriously. Really good. 2003, Olivia Rodrigo, who was born in California, is 24.
Oh.
She's young as well. What is going on
What's
here?
with these high achievers?
And Olivia Rodrigo has been through a little bit of heartbreak, that much we know. And she's not bitter about it at all.
No.
Yes, she is. She's angry. She's an angry young lady.
Channel that angst into beautiful love songs.
Yeah. Or take up a boxing class.
Yeah, either or.
Work the bags.
Yeah.
You know? Number 1 song on Feb 20th in 2004, With You by Jessica Simpson. One of the great songs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, turn this up and sing it at the top of your lungs.
Why did she stop making music? I'll tell you why, because she couldn't work out the difference between tuna and chicken.
Ah, there you go. I was just wondering where you could go with that.